In the early 2000s, a popular university in the Philippines had a canteen that became the center of eerie stories. Known for its lively atmosphere during the day, the canteen took on a completely different aura at night. One evening, a group of students working on a late-night project decided to grab some food. The canteen was officially closed, but they noticed one section dimly lit, with a man sitting alone at a table. His back was turned to them, and he appeared to be eating. Curious but uneasy, they approached to see if the canteen was still serving food. When they got closer, they noticed something strange. The man was eating with unnatural movements, his head tilted at an odd angle, and his motions almost robotic. They called out to him, but he didn't respond. Feeling uneasy, they decided to leave. As they turned around, one of the students glanced back and saw the man standing up. His face was pale, with hollow eyes and a twisted smile. The group ran out of the canteen, terrified. The next day, they shared their experience with the canteen staff. An older worker revealed that years ago, a student had died in the canteen after choking on food. Since then, there were reports of a lone diner seen late at night, but no one dared approach him. The canteen staff claimed that whenever someone disturbed their silent diner, strange accidents would happen: fallen shelves, broken dishes, or even unexplained sickness among those who encountered him. In a remote university campus in Malaysia, a canteen was famous not just for its food but also for the eerie stories surrounding it. Students and staff whispered about strange happenings, especially after midnight. One stormy night, a group of friends studying late decided to visit the canteen for snacks. They were surprised to find the kitchen lights on and a man in a chef's uniform busy cooking. Relieved to find food at that hour, they approached him. The chef greeted them politely but spoke in an unusually low tone. They placed their orders, and he served them freshly cooked food. The group noticed that the chef never turned his back fully to them, and his movements seemed almost too smooth and unnatural. After eating, they realized they didn't have enough cash. They decided to return the next morning to pay the remaining amount. When they went back the next day, they approached the canteen manager and explained the situation. The manager froze in shock and told them that the chef they described had died in a tragic accident in the kitchen years ago. His name tag, which they mentioned seeing, had been retired and framed in his memory. The students were horrified and swore they had eaten freshly prepared food. The manager insisted the kitchen had been locked all night, and no one could have been there. When they checked the security cameras, the footage showed the group eating at a table, but the kitchen appeared dark and empty. From that day, the students avoided the canteen at night, and the story became a chilling legend passed down on campus. In a quiet college campus in India, the canteen was a popular hangout spot for students during the day. However, after sunset, few dared to visit it due to an unsettling legend about a vanishing customer. One evening, a new student decided to grab a late dinner at the canteen. The place was almost empty except for a man sitting at a corner table, quietly eating his meal. The student noticed something peculiar about the man. He wore outdated clothes and kept his head down, never looking up. Curious but wary, the student sat at a nearby table and ordered food. When the server came to deliver his plate, he casually asked about the man in the corner. The server's face turned pale, and he whispered, "There's no one sitting there." The student froze, then glanced back at the corner table. The man was gone, but his plate of food remained, half-eaten. Panicked, the student left his meal untouched and ran out of the canteen. The next day, the student recounted his experience to his friends. One of them revealed a grim story. Years ago, a professor had died of a heart attack in that very canteen, at the same corner table. Since then, late-night diners occasionally reported seeing a man sitting there, quietly eating, only to vanish when noticed. Canteen staff confirmed the story, adding that the table was avoided during cleaning because they often found a plate of food mysteriously left there, even when the canteen had been locked overnight.